Hands up.
Ready.
All right. Hi, my name is Ray Torres. I'm here to perform a pre-trip inspection for my Class A license. I will begin with my ID lenses. Properly mounted, amber in color, clean, not cracked, not broken, not missing, and working properly. I got my headlights. I got my low beams, high beams, clear in color. I got my forward flashers, turn signals, amber in color. I got my lenses. They're properly mounted, clean, not cracked, not broken, and not missing. Let's go under my tractor undercarriage. I'm looking for any openings, any puddles, any wires. I see none. The proper way to open it is like this. Go in here, pull up, and once it starts coming back up, push your hand up here, just walk back. Okay. We're gonna start with my coolant reservoir, properly mounted, no loose or missing bolts, no bends, no cracks, no illegal welds, no leaks. My cap is secure and tight with no leaks. Never remove the cap while the engine is hot. My clamps and hoses are not torn or leaking and properly mounted. You can check your fluid level through a sight glass. Make sure it's above the refill line. My coolant is to assist my engine from overheating. Let's go to my oil filler dipstick, properly mounted, no loose or missing bolts, no bends, no cracks, no illegal welds. You can check your engine oil level by removing the dipstick, cleaning it, putting it back in, removing it, and making sure it's above the refill line. And my engine oil is to lubricate the engine. Let's go to my power steering reservoir, properly mounted, no loose or missing bolts, no bends, no cracks, no illegal welds, and no leaks. The cap is secure and tight with no leaks. My clamps and hoses are properly mounted and no leaks. You can check your fluid level through a sight glass and make sure it's above the refill line. My power steering fluid is to assist my front steering action. Let's go to my steering box, properly mounted, no loose or missing bolts, no bends, no cracks, no illegal welds, no leaks. My clamps are properly mounted and secure with no leaks. Let's go to my steering linkage, rod, arm, all are properly mounted, no loose or missing bolts, no bends, no cracks, no illegal welds. And both of my cotter keys are present and secure. Let's go to my mount and mounting bolt, properly mounted, no loose or missing bolts, no bends, no cracks, no illegal welds. Let's go to my leaf springs, properly mounted, no loose or missing bolts, no bends, no cracks, no illegal welds, no missing leaf springs. Let's go to my shock absorber, properly mounted, no loose or missing bolts, no bends, no cracks, no illegal welds, and no leaks. Now that I'm checking my shock absorber, I'm also making sure that my truck is level from side to side, from front to rear. My brake lines and hoses, they're not cracked or leaking. My fittings are properly secure. They supply air to my brake chamber and S-cam. Now we're going to my brake drums and shoes. I'm looking for any brake contaminants such as oil or grease that may affect the slowing or stopping of my vehicle. Now I'm doing a visual. I'm listening out for any air leaks. I hear none. Now let's go to my front tire. My front tire is no less than 4/32 tread depth, and all my other tires are no less than 2/32 tread depth, and they've been checked with a tread depth gauge. All my tires have been set at 95 psi, and they've been checked with the air pressure gauge. My sidewalls, they're not cut, damaged, bumps, bulges, nails, screws. My rim, properly mounted, no loose or missing bolts, no bends, no cracks, no illegal welds, and no rust. And my studs and bolt holes have not been elongated. My lug nuts, all my lug nuts are present, no loose or missing lug nuts. And there's no rust or shininess around the threads indicating a loose lug nut or broken stud. My air valve, properly mounted and secure. My cap is properly mounted and secure with no leaks. I'm gonna mount like that. I will close the hood. When you have the DMV, latch it. Make sure you latch it. Okay, now let's go to my side turn signal, properly mounted, amber in color, clean, not cracked, not broken, not missing, and working properly. Let's go to my traffic monitor device bracket, properly mounted, no loose or missing bolts, no bends, no cracks, no illegal welds. Let's go to my traffic monitor device reflector light, properly mounted, amber in color, clean, not cracked, not broken, not missing, and working properly. My mirror, they're clean, no cracks, and no illegal stickers. Let's go to my fuel tank, properly mounted, no loose and missing bolts, no bends, no cracks, no illegal welds, and no leaks. My cap is secure and tight with no leaks. My straps are properly mounted and secure. My hoses and lines, they're not cracked or leaking. Right here, you're gonna have a depth tank. My depth tank, properly mounted, no loose or missing bolts, no bends, no cracks, no leaks. My cap is secure and tight with no leaks. My hoses and lines are not cracked or leaking. Let's go to my battery box. Properly mounted, no loose or missing bolts, no bends, no cracks, no legal welds. And my terminals are properly connected and secure, and they've been checked for any corrosion. My battery box cover, properly mounted and secure. My battery electricals are not cracked, frayed, shaved, spliced, and no illegal tape. Let's go to my tractor frame, cross member, trailer frame, and cross members are all properly mounted, no loose or missing bolts, no bends, no cracks, no legal welds, and no extra holes. Let's go to my service lines. My service lines are properly mounted and secured to my tractor and trailer. The red is my emergency, green is my electrical, blue is my service lines, and they're not cracked, frayed, shaved, spliced, and no illegal tape, and they're not tangled or dragging anywhere in my tractor frame, and they're properly connected at the glad hands with no leaks at the glad hands. My running light, properly mounted, amber in color, clean, not cracked, not broken, not missing, and working properly. My DOT reflective tape, properly affixed to the side of my trailer. Proper color is red and clear in color. My fifth wheel and my skid plate, properly mounted, no bends, no cracks, and no illegal welds. Let's go to my platform, properly greased with no space between my fifth wheel and my trailer. My release arm, properly mounted, no bends, no cracks, no illegal welds, and it's in the engaged position. My safety pin and cotter pin, properly mounted with no bends, cracks, or illegal welds. My apron, also no bends, no cracks, and no illegal welds. My fifth wheel structure, properly mounted, no loose or missing bolts, no bends, no cracks, no illegal welds, and it's properly mounted to my tractor frame. My tongue drawbar, properly mounted, no loose or missing bolts, no bends, no cracks, no illegal welds, and it's not bent or twisted in any way. Inside, we got your kingpin, which is properly mounted, no bends, no cracks, and no illegal welds. Also inside, you got your locking jaw, which is properly mounted, no loose or missing bolts, no bends, no cracks, no illegal welds, and it's fully wrapped around my kingpin. Now you got your airbag, properly mounted, no loose or missing bolts, no bends, no cracks, no illegal welds, and no leaks. Let's go back here to my landing gear, fully raised, properly mounted, no loose or missing bolts, no bends, no cracks, no illegal welds. I got my landing gear support frame and pads, which are properly mounted, no loose or missing bolts, no bends, no cracks, no illegal welds. I got my crank handle, it's on the other side, the handle that lowers this. My crank handle, which is properly mounted, no loose or missing bolts, no bends, no cracks, no illegal welds, and it's secure. I'm looking for the proper space between my tractor frame and landing gear, making sure there's enough space for safe turns. My running light, properly mounted, red in color, clean, not cracked, not broken, not missing, and working properly. Okay. We got in the rear, we got my rear DOT reflective tape, which is properly mounted, properly affixed to the rear. Proper color is red and clear in color. I got my four-way flashers, turn signal, brake lights, and parking lights. All are properly mounted. They're all red in color, clean, not cracked, not broken, not missing, and working properly. Down here, I got my rear running lights, properly mounted, red in color, clean, not cracked, not broken, not missing, and working properly. And this completes my pre-trip inspection for my Class A license.